it through 3 days. We made it through the weekend. A whole lot of you caught up. Had a lot of activity in the Facebook group this weekend. So exciting and fun to be part of this. Now we're going to go into day 4, which is pretty much how to get writing and keep writing. And it's a really important little trick that we are going to teach you today. So let me go straight into share screen, which always takes me to the wrong screen, but in a second we'll get to the right one. Okay, there we go. There I am in the corner, your corner and mine. This is Beat the Block day 4. I'm going to move this up here somewhere and off we go. Okay. So as we've been talking about, the daily components don't change. The lesson is released each day at 6 a.m. This one that you're looking at, Pacific time. We can watch or read the lesson. You can do the homework and comment on the Facebook group, and you can do live sessions with me every challenge day from 4 to 5 p.m. Pacific time. So that gives us an opportunity to write together, talk about the lesson, that sort of thing. You can ask me anything and we'll write to a prompt. Every time you post, watch, rewatch, or come to the live session, you earn points from which I will make a drawing and give a prize. So I'm happy to have you participating so avidly. It's exciting and interesting. So this is day 4, how to get writing and keep writing. Most of us have little spurts of writing once in a while, but how do you keep writing so that you can get done? So who else gets stuck? This poor little girl is stuck in her Barbie house. You can't get unstuck by yourself. As you can see, she's already tried and she's at a loss. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're also going to talk about how not to rob the world of your voice, how to get unstuck and beat writing resistance, and the first full draft award. And I'm just going to say, I like clubs. So that might just be a little bit of a tease. Okay. So get unstuck, but you don't have to do it alone. We're here for you. Indeed, you almost can't do it alone. As Albert Einstein said, no problem can be saved from the same level of consciousness that created it. Right? About me, I secretly loved study hall. There's probably more nerds in here than just me who love study hall. I mean, I hated it, but when I quit being a big baby and just got some of my homework done and out of the way, it was brilliant. Plus, you still had time with a friend and could pass a note or whatever. I'm a mighty writer in the Mighty Writers Club. I've written a full draft and 2 edits of a novel that I'm going to be submitting very soon, and a full published nonfiction book, all during Mighty Writers Club meetings. Writing with other people on Zoom is brilliant too. You have a schedule, a commitment, and a habit to return to after vacation, illness, holiday, and you have writing friends. Nobody writes every day of their every lives. I mean, Stephen King does mythically, and perhaps he still does, I don't really know, but most of us actually have other lives, but we want to create a steady writing habit. And I stand by, writers are the best weirdos. I have a great community of dedicated writers. We're quirky, creative, fun, funny, serious, and we each work on something meaningful to us. This group is very meaningful to me. So we're going to talk about that today. Meanwhile, you can certainly pick up Write Without the Fight. It's available at go.decodingcreativity.com/paperback, and it's signed by me and a couple of other little goodies. Or you can go to your local bookstore. It is distributed by Ingram Spark, and it's also available either on Amazon.com or bookstore.org. If you don't know about them, they buy the book from a local bookstore and ship it to you. So it is a great service for both bookstores and us. Okay, so this is someplace I want to stay for a minute. Don't rob the world of your voice. So many of us think, oh, I'm no good. Nobody wants to read what I write. And the truth of the matter is, that's like, there's a certain kind of baked in arrogance to that, because you don't know what people want or need. You can't know sitting alone in your room that you're no good or that nobody cares. I mean, look at this cat on a pizza in outer space, a picture I never tire of using, but somebody thought this was worth their time and effort. This is their voice. Turns out it's kind of my voice too. So I use it, but this is what I'm saying. You don't know what the world needs, so do not rob the world of your voice. Okay. Does that make sense? You literally don't know what the world needs. So be a writer and write. Beat resistance, keep a writing schedule and a life, accumulate pages, and as you do so, pride. Let writing become a healthy part of your regular life. How about that? Is that a possibility? Writing is a solitary sport, and yet trouble shared is trouble halved. I really don't know who that quote comes from. That whatever you call that. Homonym? No. Anyway, we are on, this is not our Zoom group. This is just a generic picture of Zoom. Our Zoom group looks like this. Nobody's looking up much because we're all writing, except in the beginning and the end when we talk for 5 minutes on either side. This is just the academic research, which shows that accountability, support, and community have a positive effect on productivity and quality of academic work, right? Well, what works for other academic work works for writing. But when it comes to writing groups, the question becomes, yeah, but if I just develop discipline, I wouldn't need a group. And people have this self-shaming thing that goes on. Why do we self-shame about needing a writing group or wanting a writing group? Don't take that tough guy, ignore your needs, shut up and write approach, which Carrie Ann Rockmore describes. She says, find a support system that will move you from the occasional shame-induced writing binges towards a healthy, consistent, and sustainable daily writing routine. Okay, and that's from InsideHigherEd.com. So that's what I want to bring up today, how to get writing and keep writing. Let's write together at the Mighty Writers Club. You can see my neon over my shoulder all this while. This is the heart and soul of my business. It's where I put all my love and attention. The Mighty Writers, we show up 5 times a week. I'm there, 2 of them. I have another writing teacher who's there 3 days, and we just write. We just do a prompt and then we write. And there's a little bit of like, here's what I'm going to write today, or there's a little bit of how did it go? How are you feeling afterwards? But mostly it's just an hour of writing, but you have a schedule, you have a group, you have accountability, you have a rationale for pulling away from whatever you're doing on a schedule and saying, I'm writing at 9. How many times would I not have written at 9 a.m. if I didn't have people waiting for me? Quite often. It is often a little bit like, oh God, I got to go get dressed and get out to the computer, and if I didn't have to do that, I probably would sit there another 5 minutes and have another cup of coffee. And why? And what would come of that? No writing, right? So it does help enormously to have a schedule and accountability. So this is something, you earned your first full draft award. Doesn't look like this is just the page I use, but I do have people who earn a first full draft award. And most people, a solid, I'm going to say 70% last year earned a first full draft award, right? Guess how long would that take you, do you think, to have a first full draft? And how would that feel? Yeah, I'm going to say I like clubs, and I always have. I loved when we were little and we wanted to go to Kings Island, we'd form a club. And when we formed a club, we had 6 kids working on getting $36 so the 6 of us could get into Kings Island. Just by the price increases, you can tell how old I am. But at any rate, I just love the momentum of a club and the shared interest and the excitement and expectation and intentions. And all those things are combined up in this club, the Mighty Writers Club. So what do we do in there? We write together 5 times a week. That's about an hour at a time. On Zoom, we give a prompt, we write for 55 minutes, and then we socialize a little. It's a great way to make your day yours again. We have coaching meetings 2 times a month. Our group meetings are fun, informative, and tailored to the group's needs. All the past sessions are available for you in the clubhouse. How to write agent query letters, how to write for Medium, beat sheets, plot models, character templates, and way more. Interviews with agents. There's a lot of things up in there that are there when you need them, when you're ready for them. Members are invited to other programs free all year long with me. Your Novel Your Way is coming up in November. 100 Writing Days of Summer just ended. Hit the Ground Writing is going to be in October. All of those you're invited to free just because you're part of my Mighty Writers. And again, it's because you're the heart and soul of my business. You're my people. So I want to make sure that you're with me as we do other things about writing. The homework today is just a thought lesson. Do you subscribe to that Shut Up and Write POV? And I'm not asking you to out yourself as somebody who subscribes to that, but to think about it. Do you secretly subscribe to that, even if you pretend to yourself you don't? And what help might you get from a writing group? why would you want to do it? What would it do for you? Okay. So congratulations again. Just participating in this, I think, is brave. And, and you wouldn't be doing it if it weren't about writing, because writing is part of who you are. It may never support you, but how do you support it? It is your creativity. If you join us, how long do you predict before you will earn your first full draft award? It's an exciting thought. And as I've said, writing together is shown to increase the output and in quantity and quality. So thank you, and I hope you can join us. Do not miss tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to go and share the kinds of tools that have been researched over the several decades of creativity research, tools that will help you skate through the parts of the process that normally hold you up. So if you'd like to join us for Mighty Writers Club, https go.decodingcreativity.com/mighty, or of course you'll be getting an email from me with that same link in it. I would love to see you in there. 4 down, 1 to go. Post questions in the Facebook group or write to me at hellojulie@decodingcreativity.com. Thanks. Bye.